that's a bit of a surprise. What are you doing here? You're hurt. What happened? Well, this isn't my wand, of course. In fact, I'm not sure whose it is. They limit my access nowadays, you see. But I'm sure. Just wait a second. I'm sure it'll do the trick, so to speak. So just stay absolutely still for me, just for 2 seconds. And let's just do a little bit of a pisky. A pisky. And a pisky. Is that a pisky? Good. Good. Well, that should have sorted out some of those cuts and grazes. But we'll have to do a bit more work on you before you're feeling any better. I believe you apparated here. And I don't think that we have much time. So I'll do everything I can to help you and send you on your way. All right. Me? Ah. Well, you may have seen some rather unflattering posters of me in the past, but I assure you my Azkaban days are well behind me. My name is Sirius Black. And you are? Can you tell me where you were before you were here? I see. The Quidditch World Cup. It's sad that I'd have to miss it, but I don't get out much at the moment. Well, you're in London right now, in my humble home, or at least what's left of it. Well, you must be here for a reason, so I hope that I can help. Did you go to Hogwarts by any chance? Which house are you in? I was in Gryffindor as well. You may know my godson, Harry. I hope he's all right. It's very difficult to communicate at the moment, given my constraints. But anyway, that's enough of me waffling on. We don't have much time, and you're quite hurt. You can tell me about what's happened while I get my first aid kit. All right. Well, that must have been terrifying. Ah. Yes. Well, do go on, please. Ah, here we are. Perfect. So this is my first aid kit. It's a basic potions kit that contains everything that we need to fix you up. Don't worry. While you're in my care, nothing bad will happen to you. Let's open it up and have a look. So as you can see, there's a lot of different bits of equipment in here that I'll use to hopefully make you feel a little bit better. Let's see what we've got in here. How are you feeling in general? We'll deal with what we can see first, before what is hidden. Don't worry, you'll be fine, I promise. Healing potion. Right, healing potion. First of all, we need some ground up dragon liver. Just so happens that I have some. But as you can see, it needs to be ground. So I'll just pop this in like this. We'll grind this up. Dragon's liver. It doesn't taste particularly good, but it's very, very potent. Next, we need to add a dash of wormwood. And then some pus. And finally, a speck of Dittany. There we go. Alright. Now, we need to grind all this together, otherwise it won't work. The active ingredient is the dragon's liver, of course. How are you feeling? Which house did you say you were in? I went to Hogwarts, you know. My family were all Slytherin. Now, there's nothing wrong with being in Slytherin, of course, but it wasn't for me. Let's put it that way. Alright, that should do the trick. Now pull that out into here. And pour the mixture into a spirit. In this case, it's vodka, but I'm sure you won't mind. There we go. Let me shake it up. That's it. Perfect colour. Now, you'll want to down this. The taste is a little, shall we say, strong. But you seem like a tough old sword. so I'm sure that you can handle it. Here, please, allow me. Drink. Good. Thank you. Right. Let me see your arms. Hold out your arms. It's okay. You've got some cuts. What happened? Deatheaters. Well, let's just say that we're incompatible. But don't worry. I'm sure everything will be fine. The Ministry of Magic will be all over that. Your arms are a little concerning. I think that we need to practice another spell. Now, I'll try this thing again. I don't know if it'll work. Having your wand confiscated is a frustrating thing. There's so much that you want to do, so much that you want to help people with, but you can't. We're running out of time. How did you apparate here? Let's see. It's just rather unusual, that's all. Right. Well, anyway, let's conduct the spell. Just let me check around you. Okay, here we go. Well, very good. Right. I think we'll need to clean those wounds first. Now, I'll do that without the use of magic. Hold out your arms for me, both of them. That's it. Let me take a look. You've got some rather nasty gashes on each of your arms. Now this little antidote will just help to soothe any pain, as well as to disinfect some of the cuts, and then we'll bandage them up. Alright? Okay, right arm first. You ready? You might hear a faint hissing noise. It's just the fizzy stuff getting to work. Don't worry. There we go. On the other arm. That's it. Okay. Good. You're being very brave. You actually remind me of a very good friend of mine. Let's get you bandaged up, alright? Forula. 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 The other one. Forula. 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 Perfect. Right. How are you feeling? It can't be easy going through what you're going through. We've all been in a situation that is uncomfortable or difficult. One thing I can tell you is that things always get better. It may not seem like it right now, but I'll tell you, 12 years in Azkaban gives you some perspective. Having said that, nothing like that should have happened at the Quidditch World Cup. Something's not right. you for bringing this to my attention. Now, when you apparate back to where you were, there are certain precautions that I want to take. The first one being that it might be folly of me to send you back awake. Now that might seem a little odd, but what do you suppose to being sent back having imbibed a draught of living death? Now don't worry, you don't actually die. It renders you into a state of death, whereby those who may witness you or see you may truly believe you to be dead, but in actual fact you are quite alive. I don't want to send you back into a war zone where you could get hurt. I've found that contact with Death Eaters can often be followed by contact with something much worse. You must have heard of Dementors. Well, it's no exaggeration to say that from my own personal experience of them, it is something that I would not wish upon my worst enemy. And the last thing that I would ever want to do is to send you back into harm's way. So, a draught of living death we must concoct. And that way, once you're back, they'll just look over you as one of the dead. Yes? Now, we need an infusion of wormwood once again. A lot, actually. Take the whole bloody lot. And some powdered root of asphodel. Here we are. Powdered root of asphodel. It's an old bottle, so it's a bit corked, unfortunately. I haven't had to use my first aid kit in some time. There we go. Right. And now to grind it up. Don't worry, you'll be fine. How are the bandages holding up? Good. You know, under different circumstances, I would very much like to talk to you as a friend, rather than your physician. Perfect. Big one. draught will render you unconscious. So you have to drink it just before you are apparated back to the Quidditch World Cup grounds. Alright. Okay. Now this is an enchanted item. Right. A little unusual, I know. Filled with dragon embers, charcoal, carbon, but incredibly potent for avoiding confrontation with enemies. It should help you a lot. It's nearly time, but there are a few more things that I can help you with before you go. Now, stay still. How do you feel? I've taken the liberty of temporarily changing the colour of your eyes to make it more difficult for them to find you. I'm going to do the same with some of the other features too. Your ears. Your hair. And, well, to be honest, you could do with a wardrobe change anyway. Perfect. You got a headache? No problem. How do you feel? Good. And how are the bandages holding up? Good. You look fine. I still find it rather odd that you apparated here. There must be some kind of connection between you and perhaps somebody who I know. Think hard. Is there anyone who you know who I might? I see. That's all right. The main thing is you feel better and you feel safe. Right. It's time. I'm sorry to cut our introductions short. I've helped you in some way. The thing is, if you stay here for too long, let's just say, people might talk. Oh. But just before you do go, I want you to take the rest of this with you as well. So the draft, a living death, and a little treat for you to cause some mischief with when you go back there. Ah, well, without a little mischief, you'll miss out on all the fun. And if you do see my godson, Harry Potter Tell him that I love him. Here. And good luck. I'm sure you won't need it, but if you do